And if you can make an L, that's your left hand, okay? And you can see my purple lavender bracelet. And I'll tap my left, which will be your cue that use your left side. Now when I raise my right hand, this is my right red bracelet. So then I'll tap this side, because I'm going to try to go on this side. So I'll go right side, and then we'll do something on that side. Or left side, and then we'll do something on our left, okay? So remember to use your eyes and listen to the directions. So we're going to start out with a song called Follow Me, just to make sure that our eyes and ears are working good. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to make sure I have my volume up. So I'm not a great singer. So it's called Follow Me.
Follow me, it's as easy as can be.
Ready?
Follow me, 1, 2, 3, clap your hands, spin around, bend your knees, touch the ground. Follow me, it's as easy as can be. Follow me, 1, 2, 3, wiggle your fingers, tippy toes, stretch up high, wave hello. Follow me, it's as easy as can be. Follow me, 1, 2, 3, flap your arms, stomp your feet, pat your back, take a seat.
Good job. I saw everybody moving. Everybody was moving during that. Did they get you a little bit warm? Warm you up a little bit to get a little bit moving? Good job.
Oh yeah, Miss Nichole. I like that.
Well, when we're allowed to get ourselves moving and we're doing something that we enjoy, we feel happy. And snow makes me happy. And one of the things I want to show at the very end,
Calm.
I want to show you something that I like to do in winter, but I didn't tell you what I like to do yet. So that's going to be my secret, and I'll tell you at the end, okay? So last week we talked about breathing, and I showed you like a different colored star that I went like this, and I opened it up, and it would make us breathe and demonstrate. Well, I want to do elevator breath this week. So I'm going to have everybody stand on your mat and root your feet into your mat. And you can move forward and back and forward and back, and then go side to side. We're just trying to find our center balance. Now, when you're in an elevator, we start at the bottom floor, right? Or sometimes we start on the top floor, but we're going to start down here today. Okay, so I want you to breathe in and rise up, breathe, fill up your lungs and blow it all out. That's elevator breath, learning how to breathe with our body as we move. So again, inhale through your nose and rise, fill up, and let it all out. We're going to do it one more time. This time, let's start at the top floor. Top floor. Fill up. And Good job. So in yoga, we connect our moving with our breath. That's why every week we practice our breath just a little bit. Now we talked about what we like to do in snow. And I wanted to show you a short video of some of the things that we can do in the winter time. So I'm going to share my screen, but I have to find it first. So let me get there first. Can everybody see my screen? Do you see a blue car?
Looks good, Nichole.
All right, here we go. Winter song.
Come on, let's go. There's brand new snow. It's on the ground, it's all around, it's in the air, it's everywhere. Let's build a snowman. Build a snowman. Let's build a snowman. We're playing in the snow. Come on, let's go. There's brand new snow. It's on the ground, it's all around, it's in the air, it's everywhere. Let's slide down the hill, slide down the hill. Let's slide down the hill, playing in the snow. Come on, let's go. There's brand new snow. It's on the ground, it's all around, it's in the air, it's everywhere. Let's throw some snowballs, throw some snowballs. Let's throw some snowballs. We're playing in the snow. Come on, let's go. There's brand new snow. It's on the ground, it's all around, it's in the air, it's everywhere. Let's skate on the pond, skate on the pond. Let's skate on the pond. We're playing in the snow.
There we go. There was a few on there that we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about making snow angels. I saw a snow angel. And snowballs. I saw a few of our friends dancing while we were doing the song as well. So someone said that they don't have school tomorrow. And sometimes that happens in the middle of winter. We have what's called a snow day. We get to stay home from school. So I'm going to read a short story, and then we're going to do some yoga poses around some of the things that we can do in snow. So I'm going to share my screen again and read a very short story.
That's all I had a question about.
Thank you, Miss Nichole, for everything.
I'm not done yet, but thank you. This story is called Snow Day. Everybody see my screen? First one flake, then millions more. Looking up high into the sky. Snow falls outside our front door. Cars are stuck. No school today. Now we can go out and play. Bunny hat on you, too cute. Cannot zip my coat. Lost my boot. Off we jump. My feet sink deep. Fluffy bushes. They look like sheep. I think they're covered in the snow. Look at that. Giant tracks. Is it a bear? Nope, just a boy with bright red hair. Pulled the sled up that big hill. Slide down too fast. Oh no, take a spill. Pile up snow to build a fort. Your wall is tall while mine is short. You throw first. You missed by a mile. Splat, got your hat. Made you smile. Freezing hands, cold, drippy nose. Snow inside my boots, chilly toes. We sip cocoa from a mug. Blankets keep us nice and snug. Rumble, roar, here comes the plow. Sleep tight, street, all clear now. Hey, wake up! No time to play. Back to school till the next snow day. Okay, friends, I'm going to put it on gallery so I can see everybody moving. What did you think of that story? And give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Did you like it, or did you kind of think, eh? Lots of
I
people
kind of love it. I kind of love it, Miss Nichole.
Good, I picked a good one then. So let's do some yoga. So we're gonna stand in what's called mountain pose. I'm gonna move my screen a little bit so everybody can see me from top to bottom. So find your space. In yoga, we settle on our mats. We pay attention with our eyes and our ears. And then we're able to radiate our core stars and bring kindness to the world. So let's root into our mats with our feet. By picking up our feet and just feeling the mat with our feet and spreading your toes wide. On an in-breath, bring hands up towards the ceiling and reach, 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 but bring your shoulders down away from your ears. This is mountain pose. If you come to the edge of your mat, we have you bend at your hip points, reach, reach, reach for the opposite wall, and bring your hands down to the mat and walk your hands out away from your feet. Spread your fingers wide, your hip points up to the ceiling. This is down dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. We're now in forward fold. You can bend your knees. And let's just hang here like a rag doll, letting our back rest. And then slowly walk your hands back up. All right. In breath, arms go up towards the ceiling. Using your left leg, you're going to step back and then open up your shoulders, coming into warrior pose. So my front leg is bent and my left leg is outstretched. Okay, this is where we're going to do the balancing pose. Are you ready? Getting you ready for ice skating. So I'm going to have you step up. Bring your hands on either side and bend your left leg and kick it back just a little bit and see if you can balance like a dancer on ice skates. Are you able to go higher? Or just a little bit down at the ground? You decide. And if you need a chair or you need a wall, you can use a wall to help you. So sometimes I use the wall when I do yoga. So I'll step back, hold onto the couch, and then I can go a little bit higher because I know I won't fall. Coming back to my mat. Let's have everybody face the screen, face the TV. We'll come into star pose. Left side. Reach, reach, reach for the wall. And then let your hand come down your leg, making a triangle with your legs. Bring your right hand up towards the ceiling. Triangle. Whoop, I lost my hat. In breath up, come back to star. Whew. Let's do triangle on the right side, on your other side, your red right. So reaching for the opposite wall. Hand comes to your thigh and slips down your leg. Triangle. Open up your arms and reach for the ceiling. Your eyes can be looking at the ceiling. And continue to breathe. Slightly bend your knee and come back up to star. Woo! I'm not cold anymore. Yoga is making me warm. Now, since we did the left side, now we have to work on the right side. So, coming to the end of our mat. In breath, arms up towards the ceiling. Bending at your hip points, reach for the opposite wall, hands come down to the mat. Walk your hands out into downward dog. And let's give your dog a walk. Bend your legs. Now walk your feet back to your hands. And let's just hang out here. You can bend. Slightly bend your knees and just hang out, relaxing your low back. Hands to the floor, and then let's slowly walk our hands up our legs, and we come back to a standing position. Everybody ready? Red right is going to step back. Open your arms, warrior pose. So my front leg is bent and my back leg is straight. My arms are pointing away from each other in front and in back. All right, we're gonna get ready for a balancing pose on this side. Remember? So everybody stand straight up. Arms on either side. And if you need a wall or a chair or a couch to help you balance, you can do that. So I'm going to use the couch. So on your tippy toe, bring your toe up and bring your leg back. You can hold on to the chair for help. And see if you can balance like a skater who's dancing on ice. Or you can bring it down here. Or even just stay like this. It's your choice. Coming back to the mat. Let's find star pose once again. When we're outside, especially in wintertime, and it's dark outside, and the stars are out, it's beautiful to see the stars twinkle. So let's make our hands twinkle. See how I'm going like in and out, open, shut them. So open, shut them, open, shut them. There you go. We're making our stars twinkle. Okay, hands down to our sides and feet together. Coming down to the mat. Knees are on the mat. Hands are wide open. Fingers are outstretched. I'm gonna have you pick your feet up. See how my feet are up off the mat? I'm gonna give a small plank. So we're gonna put more of our pressure on our arms. But when we're doing that, we're gonna suck in our bellies, so suck them in. We found plank pose. Walk your hands back to your knees and tap your knees. On an in-breath, arms up towards the ceiling. And we're gonna go red right first. Remember red right? So we're gonna twist towards your right side and give your back a twist. In breath, arms up. And give your left side a twist. In breath up. Twist right. And in breath up. Then twist left. And in breath, we come back to center. Hands on your thighs. Now in the song, they were talking about having chilly toes. Sometimes that happens when we've been playing outside. So I have you come down to your bottom and stretch your legs long. Let's wiggle our toes. And then you can wiggle your ankles, making circles with your ankles. Doing a little bit of yoga for the ankles. In breath, arms up towards the ceiling. Bend at your hip points and reach, reach, reach for those toes. Can you find them? Can you touch them? Reach, reach, reach. And let's warm up those toes. When we go sledding, we need to have good balance. Otherwise, we're going to tip over. So let's practice being in a sled. So if everybody comes on their sit bones here, on your seat, bend your knees. Tuck your hands underneath your legs. And come back just a little bit. So I'm bring my back and leaning back. And then I can go on my tippy toes or take my feet off the mat. Or a little bit higher, or a little bit higher. You decide. And let's go back, see if we can rock back and forth or side to side. We're practicing to work on our muscles for when it comes to sledding time. So we go side to side, back and forth. Make sure you have lots of room. Because let's see if we can go rock back and forth this way. So you can roll. I'm going to come take a peek at everybody rolling. Who's rolling? Back and forth, side to side. Good job, everybody. Good job. Now staying in that shape, Let's give ourselves a hug and then roll back down onto the floor. Breathe your feet up high to the ceiling and find the soles of your feet. And let's find happy baby. Rocking side to side. Stretching your feet up towards the ceiling and then bring them downward towards the mat. We'll come into resting pose. I'm going to come check to see everybody resting on their mats. Yoga always ends with a resting pose. We find rest because we've asked our body to do lots of work for us. So I want everyone to put your hands on your belly or your hands on your chest where your heart is. You decide. Maybe one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And as you breathe, remember elevator breath. Fill up and feel the rise of your chest and then let the air out. And then feel your chest deflate, let go of all the air. Kind of like a balloon. One more time. Inhale. Feel yourself fill up. And let the air out. Good job. I'm gonna put my hat back on. All right, so we're going to review a few of the poses and then do a little bit of stretching. And then I'm going to show you one of my favorite things in wintertime. Are we ready? Okay, so let's do a review. Jenna, you can unmute. Let's talk about some of the poses that we did. What were some of the standing poses that we
You
did
guys
today?
can unmute yourselves because I can't do that.
Does anybody remember any of the standing poses that we did today?
Yep,
What did we do, Andrew? You can
we
show
did
us.
a standing pose.
Yeah, we did a standing pose just like this. What else did we do?
Our rocking pose.
Yep, that was on the ground. So we did a standing pose where we did downward dog. Does anybody remember downward dog?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There we go. Downward dog. And then we walked back up. We did what were some of the balancing poses that we did?
Megan, do you remember a pose?
But I was wondering to put some in my husband also.
Go ahead and say it, Megan.
Ice skating.
Ice skating. So you can use a couch or a wall for this one. Or if you're strong enough, you can stand in the middle of your mat. So let's try that, okay? So we point our toes, bring our arms out wide. We lean forward just a little bit as we bring our foot behind us and stretch. And then to see if we're able to go off the mat. It helps us balance when we're on ice because ice can be really slippery. And it's not fun to fall.
Ice skating.
Ice skating, yep. I remember in the song that we saw snow angels, and I didn't put that into the yoga poses. So let's do that one together. I'll come down to the mat, come back into resting pose. Legs open, arms open wide like angels. And let's become snow angels in our living rooms. Open and close your arms, flap those wings. There we go. Yoga snow angels. Woohoo!
Yeah, so I think we on November 14th.
I'm gonna take a peek at all the yoga snow angels. Look at that. Wow. We had one other balancing pose, and we did this one last week too. And we were on the floor. Does anybody remember that one?
I know Taya was raising her hand. I don't know if she remembers it, but Taya, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say the star pose. The star pose with their arms.
Our pose was a standing one. Yep. There's a standing star pose, and we were doing our twinkles with our hands. Yep. But we had a balancing pose that was on the ground. And last week I called it boat pose, but this week we were doing sledding. Remember? So we came in, we had our bent knees, sitting on the floor, and we came around, we hugged our legs, and then we picked our feet up, and we were pretending that we were sledding. Woohoo! Down a hill. We're going side to side, and then back and forth. All right. So before we finish yoga, we're going to do a little bit of stretching to cool down. And then I'm going to show you something that I like to do in wintertime. Are you ready? Okay. We're coming down to the mat. We're going to stretch out our muscles. So bring the soles of your feet together, the stretch like this. You can kind of wiggle yourself back and forth, side to side, just to get used to it. This is butterfly pose. So we can flap our butterfly wings. Stretching the inside of our thighs. And now we have other wings too. Let's make big butterfly wings. So close your wings and open. In breath, arms up and open. Breath up, close those wings and open. And let's stretch your legs wide. And so that we don't put stress on our knees. You can bounce your knees. Just wake up your thighs a little bit. Arms stretched out. Go side to side. Just waking up side bodies here. And then see if we're able to reach for your toes. And come to the middle. Walk up towards the center, but not too far. Back to center. Sit back up. In breath, arms up towards the ceiling. And hands to heart center. Thank you, friends, for doing yoga with me. I want to share with you one of the things that I like to do in wintertime. So I'm going to like this. Thanks, you can see me. All right. So one of the things that I like to do in wintertime is that I always love snow globes. But in order to make one of those, you need a glass of water. And then you take a little bit of oil, and I'm going to put it in a spoon, and then put it in my jar. I'm going to show you. I did one. I'm going to do one more. And two. And then the oil stays on top of the cup. Now, in order to make it beautiful, I wanted to have different colored snow to put in my snow globe. So I got different colored glitter I'm going to put in my jar. Got teal and blues, all my favorite colors, and purple. That's my very favorite color. I'm going to put some purple in there too. And when you do this, you're going to need some help from mom and dad because you don't want to make a mess. And then you take some glue and you put that on the inside of your cap. And then I'm going to put the lid on top with the glue. So now the water and the glitter and the oil can't escape. And I shake it and I shake it. I'm going to bring it close to the camera. Oops. It's kind of like a meditation jar. We're just able to shake up all the glitter and then spin it around. Right now it's kind of clumping up though. So how many of you have a snow globe at home? Do you have snow globes that you pick up? Yeah, they're kind of fun to make. Fun things to do in the wintertime when it's too cold to go outside, but you want to be inside. So that's something that you can ask mom and dad to do on a day when it's a weekend or maybe even a snow day. So I just wanted to thank everyone for joining me today. I had so much fun sharing my favorite activities with all of you and then hearing about your favorite activities to do on a snow day. So thank you, everybody. I'm glad you could join Jenna and me. And you can find me on Instagram, Resilient Spark Yoga, or Calm Monkey Mind.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Next week, Thursday, we unfortunately won't have yoga because I will not be here. So we will have yoga coming back up. I think that is February. Yoga will resume on February 4th. No yoga next week, February 4th. Miss Nichole and I will be back. So thanks, everyone. Thanks, Miss Nichole. You guys say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Nicole.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole. Bye.
Good job,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye, Cam. Bye, Benny. Bye, Dania. Bye, Solara. Bye, Tess. Bye, Megan. Bye, Joe. Bye, Andrew.
Bye, Jenna. And bye, Miss Nicole.
Bye, Andrew. Take care. In 2 weeks.
And stay safe.
You too.
That was really nice, Andrew.
Thank you, Jenna.
Bye. Thanks for joining, Fulton girls. Oh, there they go. Awesome job, Nicole. That was great.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you liked it. So would it make sense to do a polar bear? And it was the first week of February, like a theme? Would that to go
Yeah,
with what
that'd
you
be
guys are
great. And I know you've mentioned like sharing or caring words, kind words for like weekend Valentine's, so that'd be great too. But it's awesome. I mean, like I don't get this many kids for my young athlete practice.
Yeah.
So it's nice
Yeah.
to see some new faces.
Good. As you can see, yoga, I don't think yoga isn't always what holds their attention, and that's why I bring other elements into it. So I hope that was okay. I saw a lot of kids still dancing when the music was on, and I don't like to use too much music because I get so much video.
Mhm.
But it got their attention to talk about, to show them what we were talking about. So
Yeah.
if you have any other ideas or things that you want me to incorporate, just let me know between
Yeah.
now and early February, and then I'll just find ways to bring it in. So
Yeah, no, I think you're doing a great job. Like, it's good for the kids to see different things rather than yoga the whole 45 minutes. Cause then I think, like you said, they would just be like, we're done after 10.
I was watching some of the boys too. So when I was getting into the review part, they were interested. But then by the time I got to warm up, I was losing some kids. So that's why I keep it like up and down, up and down. And then I have instruction and song and okay.
And Cam and Benny, the Chart brothers, those two are like that way even during my young athlete practice. So I'll do a skill for 5 minutes, then we'll move on to a different skill at 5 minutes. And some days they're really good, but some days it's like they can only focus for like 2.5 minutes for each skill. It's just, they're crazy boys. They're so cute.
Yeah. But it seemed like we had them, most of the kids, for a good 30, 35 minutes that they were engaged. So. And
it's nice too, because like Benny and Cam, Benny has the intellectual disability and Cam does not. So it's nice to have that unified pair where they're learning from each other, their peers. And then Tess Fulton, she has Down syndrome. And then her older sister, Solera, does not. So it's great to have like, they're learning from their role models, which are their siblings.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I would like to always bring a story too, because I try to find ways to like act out the story. This one was a little bit more difficult, but yeah, I'm gonna do a polar bear theme next. So
yeah, and I like when you ask them questions like, hey, anyone can answer, I can mute all, but I don't think I can unmute everyone. Like they have to unmute themselves. So maybe like in 2 weeks, rather than saying unmute yourselves, like you can just pick on the kids and then they can unmute themselves.
Okay, we'll do that.
Which some of them know how to, like Andrew because he's older, Taya because she's older, but like some of the young ones, their parents are listening and doing other things at the same time.
Okay.
But no, it was great.
I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast. So
good. And they are too. I mean, we had 2 new, I don't know who the iPhone people were. We had 2 new people sign up. So maybe it was them, but they really, I mean, they enjoy it. So it's great.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. Let me know if you need anything. But yeah, we're going to be snowman or polar bears the first week would be great.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks, Nichole. Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to turn off record.